It was 1981 when I actually graduated the academy.
I've been with Golden Ranch for 18 and a half years.
I graduated from our academy in 2004.
My recruit class was 2401.
Gosh. I don't think I can think that far back.
So we had 7 in our academy, 6 are still employed here with Golden Ranch. 3 of us are chief officers and a captain and 2 engineers.
What I remember the most about the academy is just the camaraderie and the connections that you make for your entire career.
I have plenty of lifelong bonds with the class of 2401. Great group of individuals. Still talk to them a lot, still go to them for advice, for friendship, for lifelong lessons, tell stories about the academy. We still get together quite often. It's a good bond that we've had.
When I was a recruit, it was you do what you're told, you don't ask questions. If you don't do it right, you're gonna do it again, and that's about it. Yeah, so it's a different game now than it was all those years ago, and it's a better game. I really like it. I think it's a better environment. I think it's a learning environment. I think it's a profession that is very special, and when people are willing to and able to communicate their thoughts and feelings, I mean, the sky's the limit. It's amazing. It's great.
It's the foundation of who you are as a firefighter, and it will drive you and it will guide you throughout your career as a firefighter.
What drew me to a career in the fire service is helping people, helping the community.
I'm not sure. I always had this thing deep down inside that I wanted to help.
I really enjoy helping people.
I've always wanted to help.
Helping people.
And I've always been interested in helping people.
I think good people are needed in this field, and I felt like there was something that I had that I could contribute. And I wanted to look back on my life and really feel like what I did really mattered.
I was young, 21 years old, not really having a whole lot of life experience. It was an adjustment for me.
If you're in my case, I got on when I was 21 years old. I was pretty young. It helped me grow up a ton.
It was a hard time, but it was a rewarding time.
It helps you grow as a person, makes you more responsible, and helps you adult, and it's fun. At the end of the day, it's an easy way to put it, it's just super fun. What I've enjoyed most about my position is probably running PT, as well as doing drills with the recruits. Get some hands-on with them, showing them some of my little tidbits and skills that I've learned over the past, yeah.
I like to think people are coming into the academy a little in better shape than I was.
At the beginning, I thought I was in really good shape, and then I came in here and realized I was not.
It was like it was their first time ever working out.
I did feel like I was in pretty good shape. I was running a lot beforehand and, working out pretty often.
It was as if they didn't prepare.
I had a lot to learn and I had a lot to do to get to where I needed to be.
You think you can get acclimated for it and prepare yourself for an academy, but there's really nothing like PTing out there.
The cadre that pushed me the most during PT was probably Engineer Bauman. I remember first day of academy, he was gonna make me into his project.
From day one, I did kind of single somebody out as a pet project, yes.
He kept yelling behind me like, I'm gonna turn you into the best recruit we ever seen. I was like, oh. Well, I got real close with him.
He had a good heart, and you could see it. He's a good person, and he really wants to be here. Hey, sitting him down, being blunt with him and saying, hey, this is where you're at. This is where we need you to be. You need to find a new gear, and he was able to do that. I think he's exceeded expectations in a lot of ways, so it makes me really happy, yeah.
I think the scariest PT instructor is probably firefighter Yankovic.
Oh, he loves to yell.
Yankovic. Firefighter Yankovic.
Just when you think he's about to stop, he just keeps going.
Yeah, it would be very surprising to me if they were afraid of me. I feel like I'm a pretty nice guy out there.
Yeah, he loves to yell.
Every now and then during PT, I get a little bit passionate.
In your face, just at the group in general.
I get enjoyment out of yelling at recruits. Yeah.
Got Hawkeyes on that guy, man. You mess up a little bit, and he's on you. You're doing more if you mess up.
If they're messing something up on the drill ground and it's a life safety thing, that's not enjoyable. But if it's PT and I'm trying to push them a little harder, yeah, it's pretty fun.
100% him. He's gotten all of us in great shape.
He's definitely made all of us stronger.
Yeah, this is absolutely #1 top shape I've ever been in my life.
I compare it to almost when I was back in high school.
Every time he's in my group, I love it. I always tell him, like, I'm glad you're here. You push me to keep going, you know.
He's an animal out there, and, you know, trying to keep up with him, you know, on some of the PTs that we do, you know, that's my goal, is to be as good as he is someday.
They've shown a lot of progress. We do baselines, and in the beginning they do a baseline, in the end they do a baseline, and they've already shown a ton of progress. So, come a long way. Proud.
I probably learned the most from the guys in the academy rather than from the instructors. And the biggest thing I learned was from Chris.
I think a few people did learn that technique, yeah. I can't confirm that I used it. He is a chief officer now, so it worked out in his favor.
During PT, I was a little out of shape. I like to pretend like I was dry heaving to catch my breath. So I would go around. We used to have a big old tender at 110, and I would go hide around there and pretend like I was throwing up just to catch my breath a little bit.
I did earn a nickname. Firefighter Kreitner actually started it, so now everyone calls me Ortis.
I think the funniest nickname was probably Little T for Littleton. I really like that one.
Call him Little T or Little Train.
Littleton, Little T.
I did earn the nickname of Little T.
My wife just gave birth, so I'm now Mac Daddy.
Attention all classmates. Baby Amelia is coming. Recruit McPherson is now going to be Papa McPherson.
Oh, and another one is Recruit Madden. He just looks like Captain America.
They started calling me Captain America.
The nickname that gets tossed around the most is Wagner is now known as the Warden.
Her nickname is Warden.
Yeah, she's the warden, yeah.
They named me Warden Wagner because I tell the guys what to do. I boss them around, so they call me Warden Wagner now. 2 guys weren't paying attention, and I had to like repeat it a couple times, I think, and they were like, "You're like a warden." I'm like, "Yeah, get it together. I don't want to get in trouble."
One of the young ladies, Grayson, is the warden, and which I love. I love the fact that she's out there, you know, having fun and calling people out and motivating and helping people. And the best thing about it is her stepdad, Steve, Captain Drury, was one of my PT instructors back in the day, and it reminds me a lot of him back in the day, because he was one of the guys that I would go around the corner and catch my breath from, because I knew Drury was going to hammer us. So the warden fits. Yeah, he's passed it down. The warden fits are perfect, because it seems like it's a positive thing, and I think it's great to have a leader like that in the academy.
You know, it's really kind of grown over these last few weeks as one unit. You know, we started all separate, now we're a team, so it's great.
And then once we figured out working as a team, made it a lot better and more bearable for us, then that's when PT went smooth and we actually enjoyed it.
I think my favorite part of the academy is just seeing everybody come together.
I think the favorite part of Academy is when we finally learned to gel.
We started all kind of separated and spread apart, and we really came together. There's a bunch of pain and punishment will bring you guys together like nothing else, you know. And it's really cool to see everybody get together, have each other's backs.
The workouts didn't seem as strenuous, and when we actually did drills, we're kind of moving in sync in a way that was like, it made sense.
I feel like it took them quite a bit to unionize and get together and come together as a group, but now that they've finally done it, they're all watching each other's backs, and they really care about each other, and it's awesome. Yeah.
The camaraderie that we have, I mean, it's awesome. It's great. Like, you know, we tell each other all the time, we're always like this, walking around like this.
Man, within the first week, you could see a massive difference in just how we were accepted into the family. And
Those recruits that I'm going through the academy with are always going to be there, and they're always going to have that bond. Definitely, definitely.
It's one big family, and that's something that I really enjoy being a part of, so it's been great.
Cheering each other on, rooting for each other, having each other's back, and that's exactly what we promote at Golden Ranch, is that teamwork, that family, and that's the one thing that I've noticed about this group is they are just eager and hungry and happy, and I really dig that.
But keep those relationships. It's something special. It's a bond that you've been through together.
Because you went through the same struggles, you went through the same challenges, you went through the same pain.
It's difficult to go through an academy, right? So you bond with the folks that are in there. The same thing happens when you're out in the field. When you're hiking up the mountain and you're up there for a few hours, you really get to know the guys around you, and you build this bond running calls, and it sometimes takes a while, but you really got to lean on the other folks because you're there with them 24 hours a day. It is your second family.
You know, be happy for each other, be there for each other, learn from each other, and really just think of yourselves as a one big family, because that's what we are here.